Guys, what is up? How about that episode of Dynamite, including that main event? It was a bloody, brutal war. I absolutely loved it. Chalk it up to another win column for AEW Dynamite. But now, what are you guys going to expect? It's AEW, it's Dynamite. The column ain't full yet because, man, we're just going to keep adding more Dynamites to come over the next couple weeks. For the rest of all time, baby, it was awesome. Don't worry, we're going to run it all down right now. Start to finish, top to bottom. Get ready, because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe is about to start right now. So guys, how about that opening segment to kick off Dynamite? William Regal in the ring saying that MJF is going to be back next week to confront his future challenger. We'll be more on that later. But he was interrupted by John Moxley, man. He screwed out of the world title this past Saturday. Honestly, guys, I was surprised to see Moxley there. I thought he was going to go straight from this right to vacation. Maybe he's got a couple more weeks left, or maybe he's going to go right from vacation to this. We don't know. Eventually, Moxley's going to get his vacation. He deserves it. But thought it was going to be tonight. Man, he was ready to go after Regal, you guys. He didn't care about any neck injury or brain bleeds or whatever that Danielson mentioned. That freaking he was ready to kick his ass. But Bryan Danielson, making sense. He ended up being the voice of reason. Given how long he's known Regal, he knew him even longer than Moxley. But he's known Moxley for so long. He was like, dude, don't hurt him. I love this man. Please just show him mercy. So Mox did. He showed him mercy. He said, Regal, walk away, never come back. I like how one person compared it. He literally went all Simba to Scar and the Lion King to him, just saying run and never return. It was dope, though we all know Regal's going to return. It's probably going to be next week. It's going to be in the future regardless, because him and MJF together, that's gold. It's going to be great. But man, it was a dope way to kick off Dynamite. Loved every second of it. And I think they just dropped maybe potential seeds for what I'm hoping is MJF versus Bryan Danielson in the near future. All good stuff for you guys. So many layers and a great future to come with this story. All right, you guys. Then it was time for the All-Atlantic title match with Jake Hager, who likes his hat, going up against Orange Cassidy for the All-Atlantic title. Pretty solid match, but again, though, the love of the hat for Hager ended up costing him the title. And then freaking Party got to be pooped by the Factory. Honestly thought, man, why are they even out here? But man, the lights went dark. At first, I kind of thought it was maybe Danhausen with, being very evil. But no, it was the return of, you guessed it, the House of Black is back. Took out everyone from the best friends in Rocky Romero all the way to the Factory. They are back, and you shall all rise and pay respect to the house because they are back as the dark cloud hangs over AEW once again. And hey, watch out. Malachi probably is going to go after that All-Atlantic title soon. Well, people just want to get any titles at this point. And don't worry, I don't think Tony Khan's going to mess this up again. Honestly, I'm predicting Malachi's going to end up fighting for the All-Atlantic title at Winter is Coming. Stack that card up, baby. It's only 3 weeks away. So give me my money and then take it, because that sounds amazing. The House of Black is back, guys. I told y'all from the very start, believe in the prophecy, and it came true, because Absolute Ricky Starks is the new #1 contender for the AEW World Championships. His win, it was absolute. His match against MJF and the promos leading up to it, it's going to be absolute. Oh man, you guys, the promos for the next couple weeks are going to be awesome. It's a shame that it's less than 3 weeks away, because I want it tonight. I want it right now. But man, it's finally happening. Ricky Starks, MJF, it's going to be golden. Give Ricky Starks the main event spotlight he deserves to set him up for future success, because you all know he's a future AEW World Champion. So just dip the finger in there a little bit and, just let the money and the magic roll. It's finally happening, you guys. This is not a drill. It is not a drill. Ricky Starks is the #1 contender. He's fighting MJF in a couple weeks. Man, can't wait for that confrontation next week. It's going to be awesome. Give it up for Absolute Ricky Starks. We got the second match in the best of 7 series between the Elite and Death Triangle. And man, like I figured, they did not disappoint. But Death Triangle ends up going up 2-0 against the Elite. Man, I guess that freaking CM Punk factor kind of got them a little bit tonight. Well, that and the hammer again. Ray Phoenix wasn't too happy about that, even though he used it this past Saturday. I guess he kind of had just come to terms with that, but he didn't want them to freaking win like that again. But they did. Death Triangle's up 2-0, but don't worry. This series is going to go to the 7 matches on January 11th. It's the only way it's going to go. I'm guessing, especially since they're still teasing a little bit of tension within Death Triangle, the Elite's going to end up getting the dub and becoming champions again. But the road to get there is going to be great. It's just going to be banger after banger after banger after banger. To quote Sheamus, it's going to be great every single time. And yo, look, I know what you guys are thinking. Kenny Omega came out and, in an interview said, it's time to move on. It's time to just, let it go, blah, blah, this, blah, 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 that. And hell, some people are literally taking the whole carry on my wayward sons, literally just saying, hey, they're just telling us to, get away from the whole CM Punk thing. We're just trying to move on. But, man, they just took it to this freaking CM Punk Chicago hometown crowd tonight, freaking mimicking how Ace Steel bit Kenny Omega after the press conference, and Kenny even hitting a GTS. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, maybe they made up. Maybe, everything's good. Maybe we're going to get Kenny versus CM Punk in the future. Look, that will be a big money match. But I really don't think CM Punk is coming back. I could 100% be wrong. Trust me, I was wrong this past weekend, Jamie Hayter and all that. But seriously, I don't think he's coming back. If he does, that'd be cool. Omega versus Punk or any version of the Elite, because, that's a money story right now. But I think they were just doing it because they were in Chicago. They knew they were in enemy territory. They literally made a joke about it, the Young Bucks specifically, about how they were going to be in Chicago night saying, ooh, hey, that'll be interesting. Well, it was, and this was their response. When you go to enemy territory, you got to be prepared. They were tonight, just not prepared to get the dub over Death Triangle. But it's going to be great in the future. We got more matches to come. Next week, match 3. The Elite might take it, or maybe they're just going to go all the way, have them be down 3-0, and have them just go all the way to victory. But I don't think it's going to go like that. They're just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Either way, though, the rest of this series is going to be great. So, keep watching, guys. It's going to be dope. And not too surprising news, you guys, Thunder Rosa is relinquishing, or has relinquished, the AEW Women's World title. So now Jamie Hayter is now officially, you heard it right, I'll say it again, officially the AEW Women's World Champion. Honestly, this decision makes sense. It had to be done. I figured they were going to have no choice but to do it. She was taking way too long to get back. You just had to drop the interim, and just get on with it. Jamie Hayter's super over. She deserves to be champ. Just make her officially the champion. But I do think now that she is officially the champion, I think that Britt Baker is going to turn on her maybe sooner than planned. I think that maybe they were going to write that out if Thunder Rosa can make it back until the unification match, which Jamie Hayter will probably have won. Well, definitely probably would have won. I shouldn't even be using probably. Either way, I think maybe then they were going to have Britt turn on her and then they were going to feud, but I think they're going to probably maybe speed that up a little bit. I'm guessing, could be wrong, 100%, but I'm taking it. I'm going to be bold. I was right about Ricky Stark's pick, so I'm going to be bold here right now. I'm telling you, it's going to be Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter for the women's title at Revolution. That is my bold prediction right there, you guys. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm going for it, throwing all my chips in there. I think Britt's going to turn on her in maybe like the next month. So, hey, we'll see what happens. It's still good. Main things to take away, Thunder Rosa no longer champ, had to relinquish it, but Jamie Hayter officially AEW Women's World Champion. Give it up for her. Good God, you guys, that main event between Chris Jericho and Tomohiro Ishii. We knew it was going to be good when it got announced at Full Gear last Saturday, but oh my God, it was great. Man, Jericho's chest literally was bleeding. They just started chopping each other all the way to the picture-in-picture, and they were doing it probably for like a minute and a half before then. It was crazy. I've seen a lot of crazy chops, as a lot of us have. We live in the Gunther era, so we've seen a lot of crazy chops, and, Eddie Kingston too. So I've seen a lot of chests, be pretty, bloody and have the blood sores, but I've never really seen one get all actual bloody where it's like coming out of the human body with a chop fest before. I was loving it, though. It was a great match. Tomohiro Ishii and Chris Jericho, two legends who don't matter the age, are able to put out an absolute classic. It was a great match, but Chris Jericho retains the Ring of Honor World title again. All honor the Ocho, but didn't stop there. Castagnoli decided to come out and just slap Jericho right across the face. He wants his one-on-one rematch for the Ring of Honor World title, and he has a gripe. He has been able to beat him multiple times in tag matches, so he's confident enough to think if I get my one-on-one shot, I got a good chance to get his belt back. I'm guessing they're probably going to do that at the Final Battle pay-per-view. Gives him, honestly, an easy choice just to, give Jericho an opponent. I'm guessing Jericho still retains again because he still has too much left to fit this storyline. I've said it before. The potential names to freaking fight him are still endless. Again, still hoping for Adam Cole, baby, because that would be great. But until then, all honor the Ocho, because Chris Jericho is still our Ring of Honor World Champion. Okay, you guys, tonight was a great night. Another one in AEW history books. But hey, again, who are you going to be surprised? It's just going to be more to come week after week after week, month after month, year after year. It was awesome from start to finish. The Road to Winter is coming is on. It's got some great stuff going. The Road to Revolution is on. It's going to be great. It's just going to keep going and going, guys. Loved every second of it. But this week is still not done. We got SmackDown on Friday, the last one before Survivor Series, and then finally Survivor Series. War Games is finally here on the main roster. It is going to be great. The main event of that's going to be Team Bloodline versus Team Brawling Brutes, McIntyre and Kevin Owens. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait to talk about it with you guys right here on the new episode of Gift of Gabe. And I can't wait for you to come check it out like I know you will. So, until then, you guys, I hope you enjoyed Dynamite tonight, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know tomorrow's a special day, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I will see y'all later. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, even though Thanksgiving's coming up, be thankful and never forget, when it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe. All right, you guys, enjoy your holiday. I'm out. Deuces, Puces.